1. Alright, let's dive a little deeper into this 1970 Ford Galaxy XL Fastback Sport Roof, shall we? First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this car is a genuine Georgia peach? That's right, it spent its whole life soaking up that sweet southern sunshine, which means you don't have to worry about any of that nasty rust that can plague cars from up north. The seller even says the body is very clean, and we all know that's music to any car enthusiast's ears. Now, I know we talked about the paint job needing a little work, but let's be real. That's just an opportunity to make this car truly yours. Imagine rolling up to your local car show with a fresh coat of paint that you picked out yourself. Talk about a conversation starter. And let's not forget about the heart of this beast, that 429 four-barrel engine. With a powerhouse like that under the hood, you'll be leaving other cars in the dust. Plus, with power disc brakes and power steering, you'll have no trouble keeping this baby under control. Now, I know the seller mentioned that the car has been sitting for a while, and that means there's going to be some work to do to get it road ready. But think about it this way. You're not just buying a car, you're buying a piece of history. The Galaxy XL was one of Ford's top-of-the-line models back in the day. And with the fastback sport roof style, you're getting a car that's both rare and seriously cool. Plus, with an interior that's already looking pretty darn good, you won't have to sink a ton of money into getting it up to snuff. And those working gauges and lights, that's just icing on the cake. So here's the deal. If you're looking for a project car that's got a ton of potential and a whole lot of personality, this 1970 Ford Galaxy XL Fastback Sport Roof is the one for you. Sure, it might take a little work to get it where you want it to be, but isn't that half the fun? And at just $8,850, this car is a steal. You'd be hard-pressed to find another classic ride with this much potential at that price point. So what are you waiting for? Grab some tools, roll up your sleeves, and get ready to make this Galaxy XL your own. 2. We've got a real blast from the past for you. A 1967 Ford Ranchero 500 that's looking for a new home. This classic pickup is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $7,000. And let me tell you, it's got some serious potential. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This Ranchero has seen some better days. The seller says it's in fair condition, and that's pretty accurate. The interior needs some work, and there's an aftermarket air conditioning unit mounted under the dash that might not be everyone's cup of tea. But hey, that's the beauty of taking on a project car. You get to make it your own. But let's talk about the good stuff. This Ranchero is packing a 289 V8 engine under the hood, which is a seriously cool piece of machinery. And get this, it's paired with a 3-speed manual shift on the steering column, which means you'll be able to really feel the power of that engine as you're cruising down the road. The seller also mentions that the motor runs well and the brakes work, which is always a good sign. And with new tires on all 4 corners, you won't have to worry about any unexpected blowouts. Now let's talk about the body. The seller says it's in decent shape, which is pretty impressive for a car that's over 50 years old. And with that classic yellow paint job, this Ranchero is sure to turn some heads wherever you go. But here's the really cool part. This Ranchero is a bit of a rare bird. Out of the 17,243 Rancheros produced in 1967, only 9,504 were the 500 model. That means you're not just getting a classic car. You're getting a piece of automotive history. Now, I know this Ranchero isn't perfect, it's got some flaws, and it's going to need some work to get it back to its former glory. But that's what makes it such a great project car. With a little elbow grease and some TLC, you could have a seriously cool ride on your hands. And at just $7,000, this Ranchero is a steal. You'd be hard-pressed to find another classic pickup with this much potential at that price point. So if you're looking for a project car that's got some serious style and a whole lot of history behind it, this 1967 Ford Ranchero 500 might just be the one for you. Just keep in mind, the seller is only taking calls, no texts, or emails. So if you're serious about making this Ranchero your own, you'll have to pick up the phone and give them a ring. But trust me, it'll be worth it when you're cruising down the road in this classic piece of American automotive history. 3. We're taking a look at a 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme that's up for grabs on Craigslist. And let me tell you, this thing is a real gem. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this Cutlass has only 55,570 miles on it? That's right. This baby has been lovingly cared for by its previous owner, who just happened to be the seller's grandfather. You can tell he really cherished this car because it's been kept in a carport and only driven on weekends. That means you're getting a car that's been treated with the utmost respect and care. Now, let's talk about the condition of this beauty. The seller says it's in good condition, and from what I can see, that's an understatement. This Cutlass is very clean both inside and out, which is seriously impressive for a car that's almost 40 years old. It's clear that Grandpa took great pride in keeping this car in tip-top shape. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 8-cylinder engine that's ready to roar to life. And with rear-wheel drive, you'll be able to feel the full force of that engine as you're cruising down the road. Plus, with an automatic transmission, you won't have to worry about shifting gears. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Now, I know the asking price of $10,500 might seem a little steep at first glance, but hear me out. This Cutlass is a true classic and it's in fantastic condition. You'd be hard-pressed to find another one like it on the market, especially with such low mileage. And the fact that it's been so well maintained by its previous owner only adds to its value. Plus, the seller is asking for no lowball offers, and I can totally understand why. His wife already wants to keep the car for herself, so he's not going to let it go for a bargain basement price. But if you're serious about owning a piece of automotive history that's in great working order, this Cutlass is definitely worth considering. Now, I know buying a classic car can be a bit of a gamble. That's why the seller is offering this Cutlass as is. What you see is what you get. But with a car that's been so well cared for, you can rest assured that you're getting a vehicle that's ready to hit the road and turn some heads. So if you're in the market for a classic sedan that's got style, power, and a whole lot of history behind it, this 1983 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme might just be the one for you. But you'd better act fast. With a car this cool, it's sure to get snatched up quickly. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the chance to own this incredible piece of automotive history. 4. We're taking a closer look at a 1964 Mercury Comet that's up for grabs on Craigslist. And let me tell you, this thing is a real beauty. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate how clean this Comet is? The seller says it's in good condition, and I can totally see why. It's clear that this car has been well maintained and cared for over the years, which is seriously impressive for a vehicle that's almost 60 years old. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. This Comet is packing a Blueprint 302 engine that's putting out an impressive 328 horsepower and 331 foot-pounds of torque. That's some serious power for a car this size. And with a C4 transmission and a Ford 8 inches rear end with Yukon gears and Posi-Track, you know this thing is built to perform. But it's not just about the power with this Comet. The seller has also added some seriously cool upgrades, like Doug's Tri-E headers and frame connectors. That means this car is not only fast, but it's also built to handle like a dream. And let's not forget about the little details that make this Comet so special. The lights and signals all work, which is a big plus for a classic car. And get this, the heater actually blows hot air. That might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, it's a game changer when you're cruising around on a chilly day. Now, I know the odometer is broken, which might be a bit of a bummer for some folks. But honestly, with a car this cool, who cares how many miles it has? It's all about the experience of driving it. And let me tell you, this Comet is an absolute blast to drive. The seller even says it's quick, which is a serious understatement if you ask me. And here's the really cool part. The seller is including a good set of slicks with the car. That means you can take this thing to the track and really let it loose. Imagine the looks on people's faces when you pull up in this classic Comet and start tearing up the track. Now, I know the asking price of $13,250 might seem a bit steep at first glance. But when you consider all the upgrades and the overall condition of this car, it's actually a pretty fair price. You'd be hard-pressed to find another Comet in this good of shape with this much power under the hood. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's got style, power, and a whole lot of personality, this 1964 Mercury Comet might just be the one for you. But you'd better act fast. With a car this cool, it's sure to get snatched up quickly. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the chance to own this incredible piece of automotive history. 5. We've got a real classic on our hands, a 1968 Chevrolet Nova that's looking for a new home. This beast of a machine is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $11.50, and let me tell you, it's got some serious potential. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This Nova has been sitting for a few years and it shows. The seller is upfront about the fact that it needs some body work, and the pictures definitely back that up. But hey, that's the beauty of taking on a project car. You get to put your own stamp on it and make it truly yours. But let's talk about the good stuff. Under the hood, this Nova is packing a massive 454 engine that sounds absolutely incredible. The seller admits that they're not sure exactly what's been done to the engine, but based on the sound alone, I'm willing to bet it's got some serious power. 0. And check this out. The rear end is a strange engineering 12-bolt that's been shortened. That means this Nova is built for some serious performance. The only downside is that it needs some new rear tires, but that's a small price to pay for a car with this much potential. Now, I know the seller mentioned that they purchased the car already done, and the last owner passed away a while ago. That might be a bit of a red flag for some folks, but I see it as an opportunity. This Nova has got a history, and it's just waiting for someone to come along and add to its story. And with just 69,000 miles on the odometer, this Nova has got plenty of life left in it. Sure, it might need some work to get it back to its former glory, but that's half the fun of owning a classic car. Imagine the satisfaction of taking this thing out on the road after putting in the time and effort to make it truly yours. Now, I know $11,500 might seem like a lot of money for a car that needs work, but let's be real. This is a 1968 Chevrolet Nova we're talking about. These cars are highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts alike, and finding one with this much potential at this price point is a rare opportunity. So if you're looking for a classic car that's got a ton of character and even more potential, this Nova might just be the one for you. It's not going to be a quick fix, but the payoff will be well worth it when you're cruising down the road in a car that's truly one of a kind. And who knows? Maybe you'll even discover some hidden secrets about this Nova's past along the way. That's the beauty of owning a classic car. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. So, what are you waiting for? If you've got the skills, the time, and the passion for classic cars, this 1968 Chevrolet Nova is calling your name. Just imagine the looks on people's faces when you roll up to your local car show in this beast of a machine. Trust me, it'll be worth every penny and every hour spent under the hood. 6. We're taking a closer look at a 1971 AMC Javelin SST that's up for grabs on Craigslist, and let me tell you, this thing is a real gem. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this Javelin is a true survivor? The seller says it's got no rust, which is seriously impressive for a car that's over 50 years old. That's a testament to the quality of the AMC brand and the care that this car has received over the years. Now, let's talk about what's under the hood. Originally, this Javelin was born with a 401 engine, which is a seriously powerful piece of machinery. But somewhere along the line, it was swapped out for a 360. Now, some purists might scoff at that, but let me tell you, the 360 is no slouch. It runs great and sounds even better, so you know this thing is ready to hit the road. But here's the really cool part. The body on this Javelin is straight and solid. That's a big deal for a car of this age, and it's a great starting point for anyone looking to take on a project car. Sure, it needs some work, the paint and interior could use some love, but that's half the fun of owning a classic car. Imagine the satisfaction of taking this thing from a diamond in the rough to a real head-turner. And let's talk about the price for a second. The seller is asking $11,500 or best offer, which might seem like a lot at first glance. But when you consider the rarity of these Javelins and the potential that this car has, it's actually a pretty fair price. You'd be hard-pressed to find another Javelin in this condition at this price point. Now, I know the seller mentioned that the gas gauge and speedometer aren't working, but that's a relatively easy fix. And honestly, with a car this cool, who cares about the little details? It's all about the experience of driving a classic piece of American muscle. So if you're in the market for a project car that's got a ton of potential and a whole lot of character, this 1971 AMC Javelin SST might just be the one for you. It's not going to be a quick fix, but the payoff will be well worth it when you're cruising down the road in a car that's truly one of a kind. And who knows, maybe you'll even discover some hidden secrets about this Javelin's past along the way. That's the beauty of owning a classic car. It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. So what are you waiting for? If you've got the skills, the time, and the passion for classic cars, this Javelin is calling your name. Just imagine the looks on people's faces when you roll up to your local car show in this beast of a machine. Trust me, it'll be worth every penny and every hour spent under the hood. 7. The 1951 Ford Victoria is a classic American car that showcases the iconic style of the early 1950s. This particular example, currently for sale on Craigslist for $13,000, is a two-door model without a B-pillar, giving it a sleek and streamlined appearance. Under the hood, you'll find a V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, providing a balance of power and convenience. According to the seller's description, this 1951 Ford Victoria has all its original and factory components intact, which is a testament to its authenticity and historical value. With 90,000 miles on the odometer, it appears to have been well maintained throughout its life. The clean title status suggests that the car has a clear ownership history, without any major accidents or legal issues. It's important to note that while the seller mentions the car's originality, they do not provide detailed information about its current condition. As with any classic car, potential buyers should carefully inspect the vehicle in person or hire a professional to assess its mechanical, electrical, and cosmetic condition. This will help ensure that you have a clear understanding of any potential repairs or restoration work that may be needed. The fact that the car is located in Miami, Florida, but cross-posted in Houston for visibility suggests that the seller is keen on finding the right buyer who appreciates the value of this classic Ford Victoria. If you're interested in this vehicle, it's recommended to contact the seller directly to gather more information, request additional photos, and possibly arrange for a viewing or inspection. In summary, this 1951 Ford Victoria presents an exciting opportunity for classic car enthusiasts or collectors looking for an iconic American automobile from the early 1950s. With its V8 engine, automatic transmission, and original components, it has the potential to be a stunning addition to any collection. However, as with any used vehicle purchase, it's crucial to perform due diligence and gather as much information as possible before making a decision. 8. The 1966 Ford Thunderbird is a true icon of American automotive history, and this particular example is no exception. As a Q-code model, it is equipped with the top-of-the-line 428 cubic inch V8 engine, which was known for its impressive power output and smooth performance. This engine, combined with the car's rear-wheel drive layout and automatic transmission, provides a classic driving experience that is sure to delight any enthusiast. The seller's description of the car's excellent condition is a promising sign for potential buyers. It suggests that the vehicle has been well maintained and cared for over the years, which is crucial for a classic car of this age. The fact that it runs and drives well is also a testament to its mechanical soundness and the attention it has received from its previous owners. The white paint color is a classic choice for a Thunderbird of this era, and it gives the car a timeless and elegant appearance. The color is likely to appeal to a wide range of buyers and could potentially help the car retain its value over time. With 109,500 miles on the odometer, this Thunderbird has likely seen its fair share of adventures, but it still has plenty of life left in it. Many classic car enthusiasts appreciate vehicles with some patina and history, as it adds to their character and charm. The clean title status of this Thunderbird is another positive aspect, as it indicates that the car has not been involved in any major accidents or legal issues that could affect its value or future resale potential. This is an important consideration for any buyer looking to invest in a classic car. It's important to keep in mind that while the seller's description is promising, it's always recommended to conduct a thorough in-person inspection of the vehicle before making a purchase. This will allow you to assess the car's condition in greater detail and identify any potential issues that may not have been mentioned in the listing. Furthermore, it's advisable to research the market value of similar 1966 Ford Thunderbird Q-code models to ensure that the asking price of $15,000, or best offer, is fair and in line with current market trends. This will help you make an informed decision and potentially negotiate a better deal. In conclusion, this 1966 Ford Thunderbird Q-code with its 428 engine, excellent condition, and clean title status presents a compelling opportunity for classic car enthusiasts or collectors. Its combination of style, performance, and history make it a standout vehicle in the vintage car market. If you're serious about purchasing this Thunderbird, be sure to reach out to the seller gather more information, and take the necessary steps to ensure that it meets your expectations and requirements. 9. All right, folks. Get ready to feast your eyes on this 1963 Ford Falcon Futura convertible that just popped up on Craigslist. This beauty has been under the care of the same owner for the past 2 decades, and now it's looking for a new home after the owner's unfortunate passing. The estate is letting it go for a cool $9,500, and let me tell you, it's a steal. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The seller mentions the condition is fair, but don't let that scare you off. This Falcon Futura has got some serious potential. It started life as a convertible with a 170 cubic inch straight-six engine dressed in a classy greenish champagne color. The previous owner gave it a fresh coat of semi-gloss yellow paint on the exterior, while keeping the interior in its original color and trim. Talk about a perfect canvas for a restoration project. But wait, there's more. Under the hood, you'll find a 289/302 CI Windsor V8 engine that's been swapped in, and it purrs like a kitten. The 3-speed automatic transmission shifts smoothly. And get this, the original motorized top still works like a charm. It's got drum brakes on all 4 corners. But hey, that's just part of its vintage charm. The car has also been blessed with some Falcon Sprint trim, including side trim, a steering wheel, and small accents that really make it stand out. And let's not forget about those original chrome wire wheel covers, Sprint trim, that come with the car. They're in spectacular shape. Now, I'll be straight with you. The car could use a new battery and the brakes might need some bleeding. But that's just part of the fun of owning a classic car. This Falcon Futura runs and drives, making it the perfect candidate for someone who wants to dive into a restoration project without starting from scratch. The odometer shows around 30,000 miles, but it's likely turned over once. That just means this car has been around the block a few times and has stories to tell. If you're itching to get your hands on this 1963 Ford Falcon Futura convertible, don't hesitate to reach out to the seller. They're ready to answer any questions you might have and even set up a time for you to come check it out in person. In summary, this Falcon Futura convertible is a gem waiting to be polished. With its V8 engine, original motorized top, and Sprint trim accents, it's got the perfect mix of classic style and modern upgrades. So, if you're ready to take on a restoration project that's sure to turn heads, this 1963 Ford Falcon Futura convertible might just be the one for you. 10. All right, buckle up because we've got a real treat for all you car enthusiasts out there. Feast your eyes on this 1984 Dodge Shelby Charger that just surfaced on Craigslist. This little red devil is begging for a new owner who appreciates classic American muscle, and it can be yours for just $5,000. First things first, let's talk about the condition. The seller claims it's in excellent shape, and from what I can see, they're not just blowing smoke. This Shelby Charger is all original, with just under 42,000 miles on the odometer. That's right, folks, it's practically a time capsule on wheels. Under the hood, you'll find a peppy 4-cylinder engine that's ready to deliver some serious fun. And with a manual transmission, you'll be in complete control of this front-wheel drive beauty. Imagine yourself rowing through the gears as you cruise down the street, turning heads and leaving a trail of envious onlookers in your wake. Now let's talk about the features that make this Shelby Charger stand out from the crowd. It's got a removable sunroof, perfect for those warm summer nights when you want to feel the wind in your hair. And get this, the factory storage bag and strapping are still in place, so you know this car has been well cared for. The seller mentions that the car is very clean and it runs great. They've even gone the extra mile and installed new brakes, a new head gasket, and a timing belt. That means you can hop in and hit the road without worrying about any major mechanical issues. And with very little rust, this Shelby Charger is ready to be your reliable daily driver or your pride and joy at the local cruise night. But wait, there's more! The seller is even offering delivery, so if you're not local, don't sweat it. They'll make sure this classic Dodge finds its way to your driveway. In summary, this 1984 Dodge Shelby Charger is a rare find that any car enthusiast would be lucky to own. With its excellent condition, low mileage, and recent mechanical upgrades, it's ready to provide you with miles of driving pleasure. And at just $5,000, it's a steal compared to other classic cars on the market. So, what are you waiting for? If you've been dreaming of owning a piece of American automotive history, this is your chance. Contact the seller today and make this 1984 Dodge Shelby Charger yours before someone else snatches it up. 11. The 1972 Lincoln Continental, currently listed on Craigslist for $4,500, is a classic luxury car that exudes sophistication and style. This particular example is a two-door hardtop coupe, which adds to its sleek and elegant appearance. One of the most impressive aspects of this Lincoln Continental is its low mileage. With only 78,000 original miles on the odometer, it has been sparingly driven over its lifetime. This suggests that the car has been well maintained and cared for by its previous owners. The seller describes the interior as being like new, which is a testament to the car's overall condition. A well-preserved interior is a crucial factor for any classic car, as it contributes significantly to its value and desirability. The fact that this Lincoln Continental's interior is in such excellent shape is a major selling point. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 460 cubic inch V8 engine, which was a common power plant for luxury cars of this era. This engine is known for its smooth operation and ample torque, providing a comfortable and effortless driving experience. The car's brown paint color is a classic choice that complements its vintage aesthetic. While the seller does not provide detailed information about the exterior condition, they do mention that the overall condition of the car is good. However, potential buyers should still carefully inspect the vehicle in person to assess any possible imperfections or areas that may require attention. The rear-wheel drive layout of this Lincoln Continental is typical for American luxury cars of the 1970s, providing a balanced and comfortable ride. The automatic transmission ensures smooth and easy operation, making it an ideal choice for cruising or leisurely drives. It's worth noting that the seller has not provided extensive details about the car's maintenance history or any recent repairs or upgrades. As with any classic car purchase, it's essential to gather as much information as possible and conduct a thorough inspection before making a final decision. In summary, this 1972 Lincoln Continental two-door hardtop coupe presents an attractive opportunity for enthusiasts of classic American luxury cars. With its low mileage, like-new interior, and powerful 460 V8 engine, it has the potential to be a stunning addition to any collection. At $4,500, it seems to be priced competitively, but as always, due diligence is recommended to ensure that the car meets your expectations and requirements. 12. The 1984 Buick Riviera, currently available on Craigslist for $5,500 or best offer, is a classic American luxury coupe that has undergone some significant mechanical work to ensure its roadworthiness. This particular example has a clean title and is ready for a new owner who appreciates the style and comfort of vintage Buicks. According to the seller's description, the car has received extensive mechanical attention, including a new radiator, front drive axles, brakes, rear air shocks, and a gas tank. These upgrades suggest that the previous owner has invested time and money into maintaining and improving the car's performance. The installation of a new radio also adds a modern touch to the classic interior. The seller mentions that the car rides like a dream, which is a testament to the quality of the mechanical work performed and the inherent comfort of the Buick Riviera. With its front-wheel drive layout and automatic transmission, this Riviera should provide a smooth and effortless driving experience. The interior is described as being in great shape, indicating that it has been well maintained and cared for over the years. A well-preserved interior is a significant selling point for any classic car, as it contributes to both its value and overall appeal. Under the hood, you'll find a V8 engine, which was a common power plant for Buick Rivieras of this era. While the seller does not provide specific details about the engine's condition or performance, the extensive mechanical work mentioned suggests that it should be in good working order. The car's odometer currently shows 120,907 miles, but the seller notes that it has rolled over, meaning the actual mileage is likely higher. While this may be a concern for some buyers, it's not uncommon for classic cars of this age to have high mileage. The most important factor is how well the car has been maintained and cared for throughout its life. One unique aspect of this 1984 Buick Riviera is its custom paint color. While the seller does not provide details about the specific color or its history, a custom paint job can add a personal touch and help the car stand out from other Rivieras on the market. The seller is asking for $5,500 or best offer and emphasizes that they have cash and title in hand. They also make it clear that they are not interested in lowball offers, suggesting that they believe the car is fairly priced given its condition and the work that has been put into it. In summary, this 1984 Buick Riviera presents an opportunity for buyers looking for a classic American luxury coupe that has benefited from extensive mechanical work. With its clean title, great interior, and custom paint color, it has the potential to be a comfortable and stylish cruiser for its new owner. As with any used car purchase, it's recommended to inspect the vehicle in person and gather as much information as possible before making a final decision. 13. The 1965 Cadillac DeVille, currently listed on Craigslist for $10,500, is a stunning classic convertible that appears to be in excellent condition. This iconic American luxury car is sure to turn heads with its bold red paint color and elegant design. According to the seller's description, the car runs and drives great, which is a testament to its well-maintained mechanical condition. The fact that the owner is selling it directly and insists on phone calls only suggests that they are serious about finding the right buyer who appreciates the value and significance of this classic Cadillac. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful V8 engine, which was a hallmark of Cadillac's luxury offerings during the 1960s. These engines were known for their smooth operation and ample power, providing a comfortable and effortless driving experience. The rear-wheel drive layout and automatic transmission are also typical of American luxury cars from this era, contributing to the car's overall comfort and ease of use. One of the most impressive aspects of this 1965 Cadillac DeVille is its low mileage. With only 43,500 miles on the odometer, it has been sparingly driven over its 58-year lifespan. This low mileage suggests that the car has been well cared for and preserved by its previous owners, which is a significant selling point for any classic vehicle. The red paint color is a bold and attractive choice that perfectly complements the car's classic styling. While the seller does not provide detailed information about the paint's condition or history, the overall excellent condition of the car suggests that the exterior has been well maintained. As a convertible, this 1965 Cadillac DeVille offers the ultimate in classic open-top motoring. The experience of cruising in a vintage Cadillac convertible is unmatched, with its luxurious interior, smooth ride, and timeless style. The seller does not provide extensive details about the car's interior condition or features, but given the overall excellent condition of the vehicle, it's likely that the interior has been well preserved and maintained. Potential buyers should still inspect the car in person to assess the condition of the upholstery, dashboard, and other interior components. In summary, this 1965 Cadillac DeVille convertible presents a rare opportunity to own a stunning classic American luxury car in excellent condition. With its low mileage, powerful V8 engine, and iconic red paint color, it's sure to impress both collectors and enthusiasts alike. The asking price of $10,500 seems reasonable for a well-maintained classic Cadillac convertible, but as with any used car purchase, it's essential to conduct a thorough inspection and gather as much information as possible before making a final decision. 14. The 1967 Chevrolet Caprice, currently listed on Craigslist for $11,000, is a classic American coupe that presents an exciting opportunity for a restoration project. According to the seller's description, the car is in good condition overall, making it a solid starting point for an enthusiast looking to bring this vintage Chevy back to its former glory. Under the hood, you'll find a 327 cubic inch V8 engine paired with the original Powerglide automatic transmission. The seller has recently invested in several new components, including a timing chain, water pump, distributor, carburetor fuel pump, and battery, indicating that the engine has received some attention and care. The car's odometer shows 87,000 miles, which is relatively low for a vehicle of this age. However, potential buyers should verify the accuracy of the mileage and inquire about the car's maintenance history to ensure a clear understanding of its condition. As with many classic cars, this 1967 Caprice does have some rust, which is not uncommon for a 56-year-old vehicle. The seller describes the rust as some, suggesting that it may be manageable for a restoration project. The nice patina mentioned in the ad could be appealing to some buyers who appreciate the aged, original look of a classic car. The interior features a power bench seat and power windows, adding to the car's comfort and convenience. The seller also notes that the Caprice is sitting on new rubber, which likely refers to new tires, ensuring a safe and comfortable ride. One important aspect of this listing is that the seller is offering the car with a clear title, providing peace of mind for the buyer regarding the vehicle's ownership history. The seller is asking for $11,000 or best offer and is open to accepting cash with a bill of sale. They also mention the possibility of trading for the right GM short bed truck, which could be an interesting option for some buyers. It's worth noting that the seller apologizes for not having more photos available in the listing. They encourage interested parties to come and see the car in person if they need to assess its condition further. This lack of additional visual information may be a drawback for some potential buyers, especially those who are not local to the area. In summary, this 1967 Chevrolet Caprice represents a promising project car for classic American car enthusiasts. With its 327 V8 engine, original Powerglide transmission, and recent mechanical updates, it has the potential to be a rewarding restoration project. However, as with any classic car purchase, it's essential for buyers to thoroughly inspect the vehicle, verify its condition, and gather as much information as possible before making a final decision. 15. The 1985 Pontiac Fiero GT V6, currently listed on Craigslist for $11,500, is a sporty mid-engine coupe that appears to be in excellent condition. This particular model is equipped with a 6-cylinder engine, providing a balance of power and efficiency, and is paired with a desirable 4-speed Muncie manual transmission, which should make for an engaging driving experience. According to the seller's description, this Fiero GT has been well maintained and has received many new parts, although they do not specify which components have been replaced. This suggests that the car has been cared for and updated over the years, which is a positive sign for potential buyers. The seller also mentions that the car runs and drives awesome, indicating that it is in good mechanical condition and ready to be enjoyed by its new owner. This is crucial information for anyone considering the purchase of a classic sports car like the Fiero. With 100,226 miles on the odometer, this Fiero GT has been driven but not excessively so for a car of its age. The mileage is relatively low for a 38-year-old vehicle, which could be a testament to its overall condition and the care it has received. The black paint color gives this Fiero GT a sleek and sporty appearance, which is sure to turn heads on the road. The seller does not provide detailed information about the condition of the paint or body, but given the overall excellent condition mentioned, it is likely that the exterior is in good shape. The clean title status is another positive aspect of this listing, as it indicates that the car has a clear ownership history and has not been involved in any major accidents or legal issues. While the seller's description is promising, it is always recommended that potential buyers inspect the vehicle in person or have a professional do so on their behalf. This will provide a more detailed assessment of the car's condition and any potential issues that may need to be addressed. In summary, this 1985 Pontiac Fiero GT V6 presents an exciting opportunity for enthusiasts looking for a well-maintained mid-engine sports car with a manual transmission. The seller's description suggests that the car is in excellent condition and has been updated with many new parts, making it an attractive option for those in the market for a classic Fiero. However, as with any used car purchase, it is essential to conduct a thorough inspection and gather as much information as possible before making a final decision. 16. We've got a real treat for you, a 1955 Ford Fairlane that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. This beauty is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $15,000, and let me tell you, it's worth every penny. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, isn't $15,000 a bit steep for an old car? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just any old car. This Fairlane has been lovingly restored by the seller's father, who sadly passed away right when the restoration was complete. You can tell that a lot of heart and soul went into bringing this classic back to life. Under the hood, you'll find a brand new V8 312 motor with less than 100 miles on it. That's right, This baby's barely been broken in. The seller has also gone ahead and replaced the fuel and brake lines, as well as the fuel cell, so you can rest assured that everything's in tip-top shape. The ad mentions that the car is in excellent condition, and from what I can see, that's no exaggeration. The red paint job is absolutely stunning, and the seller notes that there's no rust to their knowledge. Plus, the car's currently on a lift, so you can get a good look at the undercarriage and see for yourself just how clean it is. Now, I do have to mention one small issue. The AM radio doesn't work. But hey, who needs a radio when you've got the purr of that V8 engine to keep you company? All in all, this 1955 Ford Fairlane is a real gem. It's clear that the seller's father poured his heart and soul into restoring it, and now it's ready for a new owner to take the wheel and create some unforgettable memories. If you're in the market for a classic car that's sure to impress, this Fairlane is definitely worth checking out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. 17. We're taking a closer look at a real classic, a 1974 Lincoln Mark IV that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $10,900. This beauty has got some serious style, and with only 36,500 original miles on the odometer, it's clear that it's been well taken care of over the years. First things first, let's talk about that engine. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 460 cubic inch V8 that starts right up and runs like a dream. The seller notes that it's all original, which is a testament to the quality and durability of these classic American motors. Moving on to the body, the seller mentions that it's in great shape overall, with just a little bit of bubble rust here and there. That's to be expected with a car that's almost 50 years old, but it's nothing that can't be fixed up with a little bit of elbow grease. The blue paint job is still looking good, and with a little bit of polishing, it could really shine. Inside, the car is just as impressive as it is on the outside. The seller mentions that there's still plastic on the back seat belt, which is a cool little detail that shows just how well preserved this car is. The only issue mentioned is a crack in the windshield, but the seller has a replacement ready to go, so that's an easy fix. Now, I do have to mention one potential downside. The title is missing. That can make things a bit more complicated when it comes to registering the car, but it's not an insurmountable obstacle. With a little bit of paperwork and some patience, you should be able to get everything sorted out. Overall, this 1974 Lincoln Mark IV is a real gem. It's got low miles, a powerful engine, and a whole lot of style. If you're in the market for a classic car that's sure to turn heads wherever you go, this is definitely one to consider. And at just $10,900, it's a bargain compared to some of the other classic cars out there. So if you're ready to take the plunge and make this beauty your own, don't hesitate. Get in touch with the seller and make it happen. 18. We've got a real treat for you. A 1967 Chrysler Newport Custom that's sure to make your heart skip a beat. This beauty is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $8,500, and let me tell you, it's worth every penny. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 383 cubic inch V8 engine with a 4-barrel carburetor that's been upgraded to an Edelbrock 600 CFM unit. The previous owner also swapped out the intake manifold for a larger runner, 68 Plus version, which really lets this engine breathe. Paired with a 727 automatic transmission and an 8 3/4 rear end with 2.92 gears, this car is an absolute joy to drive on the highway. It just floats down the road like a dream. But the engine isn't the only thing that's been given some love. The brakes have been completely redone with new lines, wheel cylinders, and turned drums all around. The ignition has been converted to electronic for reliable starting, and there's a new alternator and voltage regulator to keep everything running smoothly. The previous owner even went so far as to put in new rod bearings and rings, so you know this engine is solid. Moving on to the interior, this Newport Custom is loaded with features. The power bench seat with fold-down armrest is fully functional, as is the power trunk release. The front and rear speakers are in great shape, and even the reverberator is working perfectly. The only minor issue is that the power antenna is the wrong one, but that's an easy fix. The body on this car is absolutely stunning. It's completely rust-free and solid as a rock. The original glass is all there, and the headliner is in perfect condition. The chrome smoothie wheels really set off the look of this classic ride. Overall, this 1967 Chrysler Newport Custom is a true gem. It's been well maintained and updated in all the right places while still retaining its original charm. If you're in the market for a classic car that's ready to hit the road and turn heads wherever it goes, this is definitely one to consider. And at just $8,500, it's a bargain compared to some of the other classic cars out there. So don't wait. Get in touch with the seller and make this beauty yours today. 19. We've got a real blast from the past. A 1965 Rambler American that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. This beauty is up for grabs on Craigslist for just $10,000, and let me tell you, it's a real steal. First things first, let's talk about the condition of this classic ride. The seller notes that it's a solid car overall, with just a little bit of bubbling around the rear fender well. That's pretty minor considering the age of this vehicle, and it's nothing that can't be fixed up with a little bit of elbow grease. The blue paint job is looking good, and the interior is absolutely awesome. It's clear that this car has been well maintained over the years. Under the hood, you'll find a 195 cubic inch straight-six engine that's been upgraded with electronic fuel injection and ignition. That means this car starts up reliably and runs like a top. The seller also mentions that it's had a recent major tune-up, so you know it's ready to hit the road. The 2-speed automatic transmission shifts perfectly, making this car a real joy to drive. But the upgrades don't stop there. This Rambler American has also been fitted with Mustang front disc brakes, which is a really nice touch. That means you'll have plenty of stopping power when you need it. The tires are also in good shape, so you won't have to worry about replacing them anytime soon. One of the coolest features of this car is the redone AC system. That's right, you'll be able to cruise in comfort all summer long with the windows up and the AC blasting. And with only 14,700 miles on the odometer, this car has plenty of life left in it. The seller is pretty clear about the terms of the sale. They're looking for cash in hand only, and they don't need any help selling the car. They've also got a clear title and collector plates, which is a nice bonus. Overall, this 1965 Rambler American is a real gem. It's got a solid body, a great interior, and plenty of upgrades under the hood. If you're in the market for a classic car that's ready to hit the road and turn heads wherever it goes, this is definitely one to consider. And at just $10,000, it's a bargain compared to some of the other classic cars out there. So don't wait. Get in touch with the seller and make this beauty yours today. 20. We're taking a look at a unique find on Craigslist, a 1954 Plymouth Plaza that's been given some serious upgrades. This classic sedan is up for grabs for just $8,000 or best offer, and it's definitely worth checking out. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A Plymouth Plaza? Isn't that just an old grandpa car? But trust me, this is no ordinary Plaza. The seller has made some seriously cool modifications that make this car stand out from the crowd. First off, let's talk about the stance. This Plaza has been lowered, giving it a sleek and aggressive look that's sure to turn heads. And with a flathead 6-cylinder engine under the hood, you know it's got some power to back up that style. But the upgrades don't stop there. The seller has also swapped out the original transmission for a 5-speed from an S10, which is a really smart move. That means you'll have plenty of gears to choose from, whether you're cruising down the highway or hitting the back roads. And speaking of back roads, this Plaza is ready to rumble with dual exhaust and dual carburetors. That means you'll get a throaty growl every time you step on the gas, and plenty of power to get you where you need to go. Of course, with any classic car, there are bound to be a few quirks. The seller notes that the odometer is broken, so it's hard to say exactly how many miles are on this beauty, but given that it's an original Washington State car with no rust, it's safe to say it's been well preserved over the years. The black paint job is looking good, and with a clean title, you won't have to worry about any pesky paperwork issues. Now, I know $8,000 might seem like a lot for an old Plymouth, but hear me out. This car is truly one of a kind, with upgrades that you won't find on just any classic sedan. And with the seller open to best offers, there's definitely some room for negotiation. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's been given a modern twist, this 1954 Plymouth Plaza is definitely worth a look. With its lowered stance, powerful engine, and unique transmission, it's sure to be a hit at any car show or cruise night.